Today I'm gonna show you how to build your own AI-powered chat system. This is called a RAG system. Retrieval Augmented Generation. Why is this important? Because normal AI sometimes guesses, but with RAG, your AI can search real documents, will let you rate answers, and reply with context. And here's the best part, you don't need any coding experience. I built this using no-code tools like n8n, Pinecone, and Lovable. Now think about this. Lawyers can upload case files, students can upload test books, researchers can upload papers, financial analysts can upload reports, and instantly they get a smart AI assistant that answers with real data. This is a business opportunity. You can build and sell these solutions, charge monthly, serve different industries, and create recurring income stream with AI. So in this video, I will walk you step by step how I connected chat interface to n8n, linked it with the vector database, and even added the file uploader directly inside the dashboard. Come on, let's dive it. This is how our front-end Brexit dashboard will look like. On the left side, I have dedicated to a file uploader. There we can upload any files from our device. We can upload multiple files from our device, so it will appear in here. And I also have given a option to remove any files if we don't need them, and right side is dedicated for our main purpose, which is the chat interface. We hype our query here and we work like chatbot. Moving on to the back end of the workflow, I have used a software called n8n, which is a workflow automation tool with a very powerful tool. So this is where I have designed my AI agent. Basically, I have divided it into two main parts. The first workflow will be dedicated to the files which are coming through the file upload, or it will come through the workbook and then upload it to our Pinecone vector database. So this is where it happens. Moving on to the second part, this is the webhook which triggers the chat queries we type on here and ask in the questions. It will go through this webbook and go to AI agent. I have given a clear set of instruction. There is the message how to act and give us a proper output based on our query. So it will then call. I have connected the Pinecone with the database as a tool. We call the Pinecone tool and get the necessary details with regards to queries, and sends their response back again to the chat interface. So the responses will appear here. Yes, that's about the overall overview of this workflow. Now we'll do quick test run and see how this gonna function. That I'll execute the workflow. So now while my workflow is active, now I'll execute the workflow. Now our trigger is waiting. A file I have already uploaded the file here. I click submit. Now it's uploading this file. The file is around 6.583 GB. Yeah, a file has been successfully triggered by the webhook. Now it's processing. We take a bit of time. Yeah, now it's feeding the data to Pinecone with the database. Since the file is quite large, it will take some time. The data load is working. Yeah, our file has been successfully broken into 67 chunks and uploaded in our vector database. This is the Pinecone dashboard. It will teach you how to create the project and to add indexes to the Pinecone with the database also while we are building the. So yeah, document has been successfully uploaded. Now let's test chat interface. I'll just simply type a message and see whether it's working. Yeah, it generated as a response. This was the PDF file uploaded to my vector database. It's a research that have been done by Meta regarding large language models. I didn't read all of those things, but now let's ask a question which is relevant to this obligation. Okay, I last like what is this LLM's prompt or well, your AI agent is working now to give us a response. Yeah, it successfully called the Pinecone vector database and retrieved the relevant details to build up the response and successfully came back to our AI agent. So did the chat interface. The LLM research from Meta focus on evaluating large language models, LLMs for enhancing cybersecurity operations, specifically within security operations centers. So this is what is like. This is like a summary of the publication. Now it's asking something specific. We'll just copy and paste it here. It successfully generated us a response. The search described that it has a bench file designed for it, evaluating an AI system's ability to understand, analyze, and extract actionable insights from threat analysis intelligence report. Oh yeah, I'm not the truly intellectual in this trail. I just ask random questions. This is how RAG system is working. I just uploaded only one document, but we can upload hundreds and even thousands of documents. Then only the more we upload for the rec system, the more precise answer we get. That's about this workflow. This will be a goldmine for researchers. They don't have to do manual searching. Whatever the field they are in, they can quickly type their question and get the relevant answer from their knowledge base. Researchers, institutes, even teachers and lecturers, even financial analysts, this type of system will create so much of value for them. So learning how to build a system like this will be much valuable, because those people will pay thousands of dollars for this type of solution. Okay, now we had an idea about how this system is working. Now let's dive in and start building this flow from scratch. To start building this workflow, first we have to create their front-end dashboard using their Lovable. For that, I have create a prompt. I will also attach these prompts and other resources in the description. You can go there and download it. I'll copy it and paste in the Lovable. Let's start working on the workflow. It will take a bit of time. Until that, we go to n8n and configure the settings over there. For this, we'll be needing webhook nodes, trigger nodes. We need two of them, and HTTP that will be post. This is the first one. This is the second. For the webhook one, will be dedicated for the file uploader, and the second one is for the chat interface. Okay, now let's copy their respective URL, and as a second step, I have given the Lovable to configure the webhook URL. For that, I have to paste my relevant URL. So this is not for the chat interface actually. This is for the file uploader. And the second webhook URL comes here. Depending on your webhook URL, you have to copy and paste it in here. Okay. Our chat interface has been successfully created from the Lovable, and now we have to integrate the relevant webhook URLs into the code. For that, I come to the Lovable, and at the second step, we have defined prompt for that, and make sure you add your relevant webhook URLs according to the chat interface and the file uploader. Now we have to paste it here and run it. Yeah, it says that it has successfully integrated both the webhook URLs into the chat and file uploader components with proper loading states and error handling. Yeah, so it's been done now. Okay, for the time being, let's leave it here and go to n8n. In here, first we have to set the file uploader workflow. For that, I have to go to the Pinecone vector database, and the action will be as and documents to the vector store. And here I have to select the Pinecone index. I have already created an index, but I show you how to create the index and how to set up the credentials within Pinecone. So yeah, this is my already created index within the Pinecone. Once you have created an account with Pinecone, you have to come up to a screen like this. From there, you can click create index and give a custom name for that and select the embedding model. And one thing you have to be specific about this, in here the n8n only accept the dimensions from 1536. You don't have to worry about those complex things, but just leave it as 1536, then you're all good to go. Okay, once you have selected the cloud provider and server location depending on your region, so it's been done, you just have to create the index. Once their index has been created, they show up like this in here. It will come up to a screen like this. So once there are documents has been added, it will be saved as records. It will break into small chunks and be recorded in here. In order for you to connect the API keys, it's also pretty straightforward. You just have to come up to API keys and click the create API key. And here you just have to give API key name depending on your project and create the key. That's about it. Okay, I have selected my index in here. Now I connect the embeddings. I'll be choosing the OpenAI for this. And now we have to set up the data loader. For that, the document loader. I'll be using the default data loader for that, and the type of data is binary. Yeah. Okay, now we are ready to execute the webhook URL, and now we can upload the files. For that, I'll choose a file. My file is uploaded to the chat interface. I click submit. Now it's uploading. By data while their file is quite large, our trigger is waiting. Okay, the chat you has successfully passed the file to the webhook. Now it's been uploaded to the n8n. Okay, now it's been uploaded to our Pinecone vector database. Okay, their data loader is now breaking it into chunks. Yeah, everything worked flawlessly. The Pinecone break it down into 67 patterns. Okay, I go to my index and see so file has been successfully and this is just the one file only, or we can upload even hundreds or even thousands of files, but this will do for the time being. Okay, now while let's save this, now I have to connect my AI agent and connect the chat module. OpenAI is my all-time favorite chat module, so I'll be going with that. And I have to add the simple memory. Yeah, first I have to secure the workflow and get a message to the Wimbong. Yeah, I received the message successfully, but it didn't went through the agent because we haven't configured some setting for that. I have to add the session key for the memory node. For that, I'll be using this schema over here. And for the prompt, I'll be giving the message body from chat interface. And now this is important. I have to give the system message to that. So I have defined a prompt for that. It tells how the AI agent to act and which should behave when handling query. And so you can get it from resources. It's available on the distribution for free. Now let's execute the workflow. Yeah, it has successfully generated. AI agent is working fine now. Now I have to connect the Pinecone as a tool or to database in the also we must be word description. For that I have given a prompt. I just copy and paste it in here, and now in here we have to select the which we created previously. Okay, now I have to set the embeddings. In here make sure you choose the dimensions as between their things. That's what we created in the rack system also, so it must be identical. Once we have selected it, I think we are good to go. Yeah, and one more thing, now we have to connect the respond to a book node. No, this the trigger node. Respond to the book, and the response type will be text, and the response body will be the output from the AI agent. Okay, and one more thing, while we are at the beginning, we selected their respond as immediately, but now we are changing it to use into the book node. Once everything has been done, we click save and refresh it. I think we are ready now. Let's test this. I think we are ready now. Now let's execute the workflow, see whether it's working. So it's successful generating as a response. Now let's ask another question. Give me a summary regarding this research from AI agent is generating the response. It has called the Pinecone vector database and get the relevant embeddings, and yeah, that's given us a response. Yeah, so here's the response in generated. This is the document we have uploaded. I'm not an expert in this field, but we can, the whole concept is here is to retrieve the data from the vector database, so we can ask any specified details depending on the need. Or I'll ask another question. I will just ask like what is threat intelligence reason. Just wait for a response. Yeah, it has it. Yeah, here's the response. It has been given. We can ask so much of questions and upload even thousands of recordings. So this is a valuable tool for researchers, even students, teachers, lecturers, and financial institutes, so they can check with their data and get the relevant data. They don't have to go through various amount of document and page by page and see what they need. Whatever the question we have, we can just type it in here, and the AI agent will go to the vector database and go to the dimensions where the queries are all saved, and it will retrieve all the data and generate a better generator human-like output. So that's basically about this chat dashboard. And also we have the option to add files to the vector database whenever we need. So having a system like this will be a gold mine for people who are in that field to learning how to build. We keep you rid of this AI race. If you stayed until end of this video, thank you both. Please consider subscribing my channel and hit the bell button for more videos like this. And thank you for staying again. We'll meet again with another cool solution.